Hey everybody, welcome back. Here's me riding my 2023 Royal Enfield Himalayan Scram 411 or 411. I'm out on some trails today. The rocks here are pretty big. The front tire's fairly wide though, so it helps going over all these bumps. A little bit squirrely still with all the rain that we've had, and sometimes I can feel the bike kind of wants to jet out to either side, but it can still handle this kind of road just fine with the factory tires. And the bike's not too loud either. I kept on meeting up with people and their dogs there and just go slow and be respectful, and they don't really seem to care. It's not too aggressive sound or anything for them. Haven't encountered any horses yet on these trails. I've only got about around 190 kilometers on the bike right now, so still break-in period and don't have a ton of experience riding it yet. But it's pretty fun going through some of the big puddles. And this trail in particular heads out towards a motocross track, and towards the end of the video here I'm lucky enough to see a couple of little kids jumping their bikes like a few feet in the air, and for young riders they're doing a pretty good job. So I'm just mostly trying out new GoPro angles today and taking the bike through this trail, trying to get comfortable with the bike and see what it can do. In the past I've had shaft drive. I had a Yamaha Virago 750 and I had a big Honda Shadow Ace Tourer 1100, and it was a pretty rare bike. It had the hard bags on the side and lower gearing for touring and stuff. So still getting used to a little bike and chain drive. Royal Enfield has kind of piqued my interest a little bit, mostly due to their history with the Lee Enfield rifles back in the day. So as far as I know, I don't know my dates or anything yet, but Royal Small Arms Factory in England somehow was involved with India, and I guess at some point when India became no longer a part of England, I guess, or the British Empire or something like that, I guess they kept a plant open in India, and then they started making motorcycles. So I believe that they were making them back in the early 1900s as well, but they made bicycles and gun parts and guns and all kinds of stuff back then. Hence Royal Enfield's slogan, made like a gun. So it's pretty cool. You can definitely tell some of the finishing could be a little bit better, but for the price that you're paying for the bike, which was an attractive reason for me to buy my first brand new motorcycle and go with Royal Enfield, for the price and for what you get. I've never had a bike that was fuel injected, has ABS, all those other features. So it's pretty cool so far. I'm enjoying it. The color is just what gets me too. Like, I really like the red and white one. But this one, they call it Silver Spirit. It's more black than anything, but I really like the turquoise on it. And a lot of these videos on YouTube, they seem to talk about like spongy front brakes and stuff. I'm not feeling that at all. It seems to stop just fine for a bike of this size. If anything, my brother, he has the DR650, the Suzuki that you guys will see in some of the videos when we go riding together. And his bike is torquey and fast, and it's just really responsive. This one's a 411, it's smaller, it's not going to be a speed demon or anything like that. But I think for what I'm doing nowadays, I don't have to commute anymore. I work in the same town that I live. So, for getting to work, for going out and playing on dirt roads and stuff, it'll be just fine. So this is at the motocross track, and then I realized that there was a couple of kids riding there. It's kind of fun to watch them for a few seconds. And then I started going on a little bit of a ride on the road towards the end of the video here, but my GoPro angle is kind of messed up, so I just cut all the footage for that. So still trying to figure out a mount. I've got the chest mount thing going right now, but I'm thinking I might try to get like a helmet mount. I've seen some of you guys have that you stick on the side of the face piece of the helmet, so we'll see if that goes. Still waiting for my riding jacket from Royal Enfield to come in. With the Scram, when you buy a brand new Scram 2023, you get free gloves and a jacket and some engine guards and hand guards. I don't really know if I'm going to put the hand guards on because they're more of just a wind deflector. I don't think they actually structurally protect your bike at all. So I'll see how those look. I might try them out, but I kind of like the bare look in the handlebars as is. One thing about this bike that I wish was a little bit different, and I guess it would take away from the look too, is that it doesn't have any storage on it. So you barely get enough storage under the seat for the factory toolbox, and that is it. You can't really put anything under it. There's no saddlebags, there's nothing. And it looks pretty cool having, you know, the naked look, but I don't know, that's all you get. So standing up on it's pretty comfortable. I'm 5'10", and I feel a little bit hunched over, but not too bad. And I've seen some guys, they'll put like fender risers for the front fender for rocks and stuff. You can hear in the video there's a little bit of tinging and pinging and stuff as rocks hit the metal fender. And then other guys get like handlebar risers and stuff. My plan, I think, because that pothole there is pretty sketchy, where there's all that wet mud there, that was really slippery pothole to drive through. So my plan is in the future, when these tires wear down a little bit more, I'll probably get some off-road tires. I think my brother said he's got like the Battle Axe tires or something like that on his DR, and those ones are pretty safe to ride off-road. They feel pretty good on the road too. You don't get a lot of vibration. So far, apparently this bike's supposed to, after the break-in, it's supposed to get a little bit more powerful. I guess right now all the tolerances are, you know, breaking in. It's brand new, so it's not super fast or anything, but for fuel injection, ABS, electric start, the signals, it even has hazards on it, which are pretty cool, like 4-way flashers. You can flash the high beam with your left finger if you want. It's got the tripodometer, all that stuff. I'm pretty excited to have it, so I'm going to keep on riding it and being gentle with it, and then we'll see what it can do later on. Hopefully we'll get out and do some actual adventure riding and go up some of the mountains around here. I don't really know my way around, but my brother's going to show me up there, so it should be good. Stay tuned, and thanks for watching.